pretty hard to beat what we're talking about here. You know, I'm showing you about the figure 8, snap, and bang. That downrigger kicked off. That's what I mean about good releases. Let's get on with it before I forget here. Let's talk about flashers. When you select a flasher, you need a ball-bearing swivel. Look how nice that spins. You might have picked up, too, that last fish that we caught, we used what was called a chartreuse. I've been experimenting with painted colors. A bright, kind of a yellowish lime color sometimes is good. But this chrome, the old standby, I tell you what, can't go wrong with it. We're going to stick this in the water now, and I want to show you just what you're supposed to look for. A boosh, boosh, boosh. You need a good rotation, and I'm going to show that to you right now. See that flasher, the way it's rotating? That's what you want. A nice smooth action. Notice the fly working behind it. A nice darting motion. We're going to go ahead and troll this on the surface here just for a few minutes and show you what we're trying to accomplish. Nice smooth rotation. You see how that is? And a little bit later on, I'll show you an underwater shot of that same flasher and fly and how fish will go ahead and try to hit it. But right now, just focus on that for a minute because that's critical to adjusting your boat speed. You want to catch some fish, fine. Boat speed's critical. Right now, that's what you're looking for. Well, we've talked about flashers, downrigger release clips, knots, sharpening hooks, caught even a fish. Let's talk now about how to make your herring fillet. And yes, it's true. This is one of the only videos that I've showed really what I'm doing, my secret. I do use WD-40. Okay? I also use pure anise extract. Now, anise extract, you can get it at any grocery store. It's not a real problem. Okay? What I do is I take a little bucket or a little plastic dish. You're going to need a pair of scissors for this. A sharp pair of stainless steel scissors. I take the anise extract right here and I open it up and I dump the whole 2 ounces, or the ounce, it's 1.5 ounces into it. Okay? I then take WD-40. Now I don't put 2 ounces of WD-40. A lot of people ask me, Doc, what's your mixture ratio? Well, this is my mixture ratio. About this much WD-40 right there. Okay? So now I have 1 ounce of anise oil, about 3 or 4 or 5 seconds of WD-40. The next thing that I wanted to show you is how I cut my herring fillet. Okay? Just take a sharp knife and make a fillet, just like so. And as I work down this herring, I have a fillet. I'll take the fillet and I'll stick it in the bucket of the marinade. Let it kind of soak in those juices. Let's make another fillet, and then I'm going to get the scissors out and show you really what the secret is. It's real easy. Just make a nice fillet. Now there's some areas of this herring that I particularly enjoy. I'll show that to you. I like the shoulder area right in here. This is one of my favorite areas, right through here. And if you turn this over, you'll notice that there's a line that separates the meat. You either want this dark meat or the white meat. You don't want to include that line because it tends to flare out in the water. Okay? Take your scissors and make like a pennant or a necktie or a kite. You just want a little strip of meat. Like so. This strip of meat goes in your container and marinates in those juices. Take another fillet here that I've done. I'll show you another one. And you'll notice that after a while it starts to get kind of a leather hard texture to it. I think that's a chemical reaction with the WD-40 and the anise oil. There's another strip. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and stick this strip right on the fly, run it behind the blade, and put her down about 160 feet. A lot of times when you're out here fishing for spring kings, if they're not in close to shore, they're generally out in the middle. And we're going to cover on the chart a number of different places too coming up. But right now, it's important that you fish deep for these kings. They're on the bottom.